It's Kimmy May. Once again, I look like I'm bald, but I'm not, I promise. I have really long black hair. Anyway, I'm really sick right now, so I'm driving back from the doctor's office. Last time I tried to record this video, it kept cutting me off, and I am not smart enough to know how to delete storage and crap out of my thing. So I've been looking it up online on my laptop and all these things, and I don't know. So anyway, I thought I would talk about how I started to become a drug addict. Okay, so I'm gonna try to talk this really speedy because I want this video to go out, and I don't want it to mess up. I don't want it to tell me that I can't record anymore. So, and you'll have to excuse my appearance. It always looks like I have a triple chin, even though I don't. I'm a thick girl, but I'm not fat. So one day you guys will see that. Anyways, okay, so how it all started for me using drugs was I think 16 or 17 years old, and I got this really bad pain in my lower abdominal area, and I was I was in so much pain. I kept going to the doctor. They couldn't figure out what it was. It was so bad. It was just so bad. I was constantly throwing up. I didn't know what was going on. And in the meanwhile, all these doctors kept prescribing me Vicodin. And at the time, I didn't know anything about these pills. I didn't know anything about anything. I was young and I was naive, and I literally didn't know anything about anything, So I was taking these pills as prescribed, and they were helping with my pain. But I also noticed that they made me feel really good. I literally could have got hit by an airplane and been oh my God, it's no big deal. It's totally my fault. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything was just totally fine. Oh, I'm 50,000 days overdue on rent. It's fine. It's totally fine. Everything's great. Everything's just great. That's how I noticed that it was making me feel. So, anyway, then finally, because they still couldn't figure out what the F was wrong with my abdomen, why was I in so much pain all the time? So they admitted me to the hospital, which was finally duh, thank you, I'm in pain. So they admitted me, and this one doctor found out after I was there for a day and a half or 2 days that I had these massive kidney stones, kidney stones the size of a pencil eraser, which is really huge, and they were stuck in my ureter, which, okay, so here's your bladder, here's your kidney, and there's a little tube that goes right there, and it's really tiny, super duper tiny, and that's where those stones were stuck. So it was a big ordeal. So they did emergency surgery on me, I believe that same day, and then I felt so much better. But I still now was already this early on, and now that I look back, it's so, oh my God, I already was starting to try to play the system. So I was oh my God, I'm still in a little bit of pain. Do you think I could have some of those pain pills that I can take home with just in case I feel a little bit of pain? And they were oh yeah, of course. So they gave me 60 of them, okay? 60 of these pills. And to me at that time, that was oh my God, I have 60 of these pills. Nowadays, even though I've been sober for almost 4 years, that would have been nothing. I would have did those 60 pills in freaking 2 seconds. So anyway, they gave me these 60 pills, and this sounds like so funny. Like now that I'm like talking about it and whatever, but okay, so my treat to myself every day at 5 o'clock was that I would take one of these pills, like to get that high. So that was my treat. So I did that like on and off for like, I don't know, it must have been like a month, right? Well, then after a while, just the one pill like wasn't giving me the effect that I wanted. So then I started taking 2 pills every day at 5 o'clock. Like, what the hell? Like, it was the most, it's, now that I look back on it, it's the most bizarre thing, but that's the disease of addiction. Like, addiction is a disease. It's a disease. It's just like having being diabetic or having cancer or having any other disease. Like, that addiction is a disease. So like the disease mentality starts clicking in right away. But back then I didn't know that. I didn't know that I had this disease. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So anyway, so I started taking 2 pills every day, and then that wasn't starting to be enough. So now I started like being on the pill hunt search all the time. Like, I would, try to, right at this point in time, I lived in like this little hood area. Like, actually, I lived in a really nice, like, what do you call it? Oh my God, what the hell is the name of those things? Oh my God, you guys are gonna laugh at me so hard. I cannot remember. It's like oh my God, like a townhouse where there was 3 levels, and upstairs that was really nice, and then upstairs where like the bedrooms, me, my kids, everybody. And then our basement, it wasn't like finished, but it wasn't like crappy either. Like, I had this huge bouncy house for the kids down there. But anyway, that's beside the whole point. Like, that area, because it was low income, there was a lot of like drug activity going on. So I could find all sorts of pills, like within, like, easier than I could go buy some cigarettes. Like, really, this is for real. So I started, like, I graduated up into using, oh shit, there's a stop sign, sorry. I graduated into using like I shouldn't say upper pills, but more stronger pills, like Perk 5s, the little 5s with no Tylenol. And then somebody once told me, they were like, hey, don't you know that if you crush this up and snort it, it'll be like 1,000,000 times more better? And I was like, oh no, that sounds so disgusting. So I didn't do it, but that thought then was always in the back of my mind, like, wow, if I crush this is gonna make me feel a lot better. But I've never like put anything up my nose ever in my whole entire life, so I didn't know what the frick I was doing. It was so crazy. So one day I bought 10 of these pills, and way back then I got 10 of them for, I think, $10. I'm pretty sure it was like $10 or $12, which nowadays would be like, oh my God, it's like a steal, I'm sorry, I can't catch my breath because I really am like beyond sick. It's like not even funny. But anyway, so and I crushed one up, and I rolled up a $1 bill. I got my card, and I put it in a line, and I snorted it. And within like, I don't even know, 2 seconds, I was super high. I was higher than a kite, and that's what really started taking me off. So it all started with this kidney stone. Like, I just want to let you guys know that nobody wakes up one day and says, you know what I want to be with my life? I think I'm going to be a drug addict. Yeah, that's what I want to do with my life. Nobody wants to nobody wants to be a drug addict. Nobody. having the disease of addiction is one of the hardest things you will ever have to go through in your whole entire life, because it's an everyday battle. You constantly have to fight the urge. You have to fight your brain, your addict brain, telling your normal, regular brain that you need to use, but you don't need to use. Like, it's so hard. Like, I'll get into it some more, but I just wanted to start this part off. Like, you know, I didn't wake up one day and literally be like, you know what, I think I'm gonna be a drug addict today. Like, no, that's not how it goes. Like, if you have the disease of addiction, because it's very hereditary, and my mom was a very severe alcoholic, and my mom's dad, my grandfather, he was a very, really severe alcoholic. So it runs, it's genetic, you know, or is that even the right word? Genetic, or whatever the hell I'm trying to say. Like, it runs in your family, you know? So the odds are like way more against you if it runs in your family. And like right now where I live, there is like a humongous heroin epidemic. Like, it's really bad. So if I can literally help one young person throughout this journey of me telling my life story, I will feel so elated. I think that's the right word. You'll find that I sometimes don't know the right words for things, because I have had a really bad brain injury, and we'll get to that part in the story eventually. But I got into a really bad car accident, and it's a long story, but I have had a really bad brain injury, so I sometimes don't say the right thing. It's like my Rolodex is like spinning, like, but it like ends in the right area, but like maybe the wrong word. Does that make any sense? I mean, I don't know how else to like explain it. And I look like total crap. Look at this breakout. What is going on? Like, oh my God, I'm 33 years old and I'm breaking out. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm so glad that this video let me like continue on. So I'm gonna stop it right here, and we'll talk again probably later today, because I'm off work. Well, first of all, it's the weekend, and I'm off work for like a while because I work with food, and I cannot work with food when I'm like this. So yeah, anyway, so I wanted to just tell you guys that little part of the story, and there's way more to come. So I totally sound like a boy, and I have a double chin. Oh my God, this is so crazy. But I don't care. I'm going to record looking horrible when I'm sick, when I'm looking great. Like, I promise one of these days you guys will see me dressed up looking nice. But that probably won't be anytime soon. So, anyway, I just want to say I love you all. God bless. And always pray, okay? God might not seem like he's listening, but I promise you he is. Just always pray, and he will answer your prayers. So I love you all. God bless. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. And yeah, I just love you. So thank you for listening, and I can't wait to make another video. Oh, and like I always forget to say, please subscribe. I have like 3 subscribers. Please subscribe. I promise you the content I will be putting out is going to be amazing. I promise you that. And I promise. So please subscribe, okay? All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.